Well, here's part whatever on this tractor. Here's what I've been working on. I have the hood finished. I posted some pictures for those that were following it, but here it is on video. I notched out for around the gas tank. Actually did it nice with the edges all curved and everything straight. Spent some time, sanding it, primering it, making it look somewhat decent. It's not like show car or anything, but it has a pretty decent gloss on it for just being regular spray paint. Was clean. My dirty hands are already fingering it up, but it should come off. As far as the tractor goes, I actually started putting the turbo on it. So now everyone can stop commenting everywhere that it's just diesel, not turbo diesel. Now it's getting there. There's the pipe off the engine where the muffler used to be. I just made that flange there, traced the old exhaust gasket, made it out of, I think that's 1/4 inch plate. And down there, that's the flange that came with the turbo. It came with some pre-cut flanges. I had to make a gasket for that, guys, just on there for fun. I'm going to replace these bolts with studs because the one over here is going to be, there it is, going to be terrible to get to. So I'm going to put a stud in there so you can just put a nut on it and draw the turbo up. Had to reclock the turbo. Basically, these bolts in the middle here, on most turbos, you loosen them and you can spin, the outlet housing or the exhaust housing around. So I did it so on the bottom here, the oil would drain out. This flange you see here is coolant, which I'm not using, but down here is the oil return. Up here, that hole right there, is the oil feed, which is going to be tapped into the block. Right, that black port's an oil pressure takeoff, so I can run a line up to there. And the drain I'm going to run into this dipstick port. I'm going to take the dipstick out and figure out what thread it is and try and make a plug for it, which will just do the hose up to the drain. I said it came with flanges. It came with this outlet flange, so I have a choice of running this with the hose nipple, or it came with this solid one where I just weld another pipe onto it. And it also came with the oil drain flange for the bottom. Kind of confused those. I think this was supposed to come with gaskets. It didn't come with any gaskets. So I'm going to have to make, basically one gasket for each one of these flanges, which is kind of annoying. I have hard trouble making gaskets than I do actually making the metal. But that's one more thing to do. Now I have to run the pipe. I'm going to run a 90 right here, bring it around, and then do 180 right into the intake here. Get rid of the rest of the air cleaner. And that'll be the whole turbo kit. That and the oil lines. Over here is the intake. I'm going to extend this out and run the factory air cleaner right here. And then over here on the exhaust side, just going to snake a pipe down right through here, and hopefully it would come out in this big open area here. The other thing is too, when I reclocked it, I had to, those holes didn't line up for the wastegate anymore, so I had to drill one so that it would mount right, and that still clamps the compressor housing on. So it was surprisingly easy to mount. Just that one little pipe's all it takes. Other thing is I'm painting the front wheels. They're dry now, sandblasted and dried. Just, I don't know, still hanging there. And I got new tires from eBay. The front tires in these garden tractors are 4.8 by 8.0 trailer tires, like boat trailer tires, probably like, Harbor Freight utility trailers. So a pair of these are like $40-some on eBay. They're D-Stone, which are the same company that made the ag tires that I have on that one, on the back. Until I had a situation, I'm probably just going to paint those wheels the antique white and put them on the back of this. And then just put different tires on their tractors. Because the nice Cub under the cart here also has, one of its tires exploded randomly one day, so you got 2 new tires on that. The old tires on this in the back are pretty shot too. But yeah, that's where we're at so far. Oh, other thing, The air cleaner here. Don't know if I showed this yet, but I got the headlight delete plate, which goes right there. And that also holds the grill in, because without that grill has no bolts or anything. It's kind of pinches in there. I was gonna bid on a headlight for it, but all the ones on eBay are like $70 and up, and that was like $18 with free shipping. So that's what it's getting. I'm just gonna clean that up and paint it white. I know the blue's stock, but I don't know. I'm not really into it. I think white with the International logo on it will look better. But yeah, other than that, that's where we're at right now, and I'll update again when anything changes.